Hey, welcome. Today we're going to break down the powerful ideas in Romans chapter 8 and turn them into a practical, usable playbook for your faith. See, this isn't a spectator sport. It's a game you're actually meant to win. So let's get you ready for tip-off.
All right, let's kick things off with a really important question, because this one frames everything we're about to talk about. Are you just on the team roster, or are you truly in the game, playing with all your heart? And believe me, there's a world of difference between the two.
Okay, so first things first, let's tackle this whole idea of just being in. It's so easy to think that once you're baptized or you show up to church, that's it, you're on the team. But there's something so much deeper, a shift from simply being in Christ to being actively and passionately into Christ.
So let's really break that down, right? Being in Christ, well, that's about presence. You're in the building, your name is on the roster. But being into Christ, that's about participation. That's being led by the Spirit, having your heart in the game, and actually playing your position instead of just warming the bench.
Now, every game has an opponent, right? And in our spiritual life, that opposition has a very specific strategy. Let's think about it in basketball terms. The devil is running a constant, relentless, full-court press against you.
Now, if you're not a huge basketball fan, no worries. Here's what a full-court press is. It's intense. The defense doesn't just wait for you on their side of the court. Nope. They are on you the second you get the ball, trying to block you, mess up your plans, and just generally make you fail. The whole point is to stop you before you can even get a good play going.
So what does that look like spiritually? Well, it's that constant feeling of being blocked. It's that little voice that keeps bringing up the so-called good times from your past to make you look backward. It's the thing that encourages a lazy, slouchy game and claps every single time you decide to skip prayer or take the easy way out.
And this quote right here, it just hits home, doesn't it? The opposition isn't taking any breaks. It's an all-out, non-stop game. That kind of pressure? Well, it demands that we respond with the same intensity. So, how in the world do you beat a full-court press? You can't be passive, that's for sure. You need a solid, aggressive counteroffensive. It's all about having your own playbook to break through that pressure and keep moving down the court.
Your playbook is actually pretty straightforward. It's got 3 key moves. Number 1, forget what's behind you. The good stuff, the bad stuff, anything that tries to pull you back. Number 2, stretch forward with the same intensity the defense is throwing at you. And number 3, keep your head in the game, totally focused on the goal ahead. That is what it really means to walk in the Spirit.
Look, the goal here isn't just to survive on the court. It's about playing to win. It's about having your game face on. You know, that look of total concentration from the second you step on the court until that final whistle blows. It's a commitment to playing all out all the time.
You know, when the pressure's on, every great athlete has those go-to plays they just instinctively run. Well, the theologian D.L. Moody pointed out 3 for us, 3 foundational plays from the Bible that'll keep you grounded and moving forward when you feel that pressure.
So your first go-to play? That's 1 Corinthians 13. And you might be asking, why that one? Because focusing on true, godly love is the ultimate countermove when all those attachments and relationships from your past try to pull you back. Love always moves forward.
Okay, play number 2, 1 Corinthians 15. This is the one that reminds you of the fundamentals, how you even got in the game in the first place. It's such a powerful reminder that every single believer, no matter where they came from, got on the team the exact same way, through the death, burial, and resurrection of Jesus. It's the great equalizer.
And that brings us to the third go-to play, the heavy hitter, Romans 8. This is the one you run when you just need to remember that the final score is not in doubt. It's amazing. It starts with the promise of no condemnation and ends with the unbreakable promise of no separation.
And that right there, that brings us to the most incredible part of all this, the win. Because in Christ, the victory is already secure. It doesn't depend on you having a perfect game, because the king you play for has already guaranteed the outcome.
Just think about what this means. As God's children, we are heirs. I mean, we're literally written into the will. We've passed from death to life. Our real wealth is already locked up, secure in heaven. We are joint heirs with Christ himself.
Now let's be real. This doesn't mean the game is going to be easy. The defense is still playing hard. Challenges will come. Sickness will come. But you have to remember this. None of it can ultimately defeat a child of the King. Your identity makes you unconquerable.
So I have to ask you this, and I want you to really think about it. If God, the judge of the entire universe, looks at you and declares no condemnation, then why do you keep condemning yourself? Why are you living under a weight of guilt that's already been lifted?
Because at the end of the day, this is the final score. This is the promise that settles everything. Nothing, and I mean nothing, not death, not life, not your past mistakes, your present struggles, or your future worries, nothing can ever separate you from the love of God. And that's how you know, no matter how tough the press gets, the game is already won.